Throughout history, nations have searched for the ultimate military advantage. Engineers designed machines so unusual that many seemed impossible. Some cost millions of dollars, others remained top secret, but most never lived up to expectations. One of the most famous concepts was Germany's Landkreuzer P-1000 Rada. This enormous vehicle was designed to be a true land battleship, weighing around 1,000 tons. It would have carried massive naval guns, heavy armor, and enough firepower to overwhelm almost anything on the battlefield. But the idea quickly met reality. A machine of that size would have struggled to cross bridges, consumed enormous amounts of fuel, and become an easy target for enemy aircraft. The project never moved beyond the planning stage. Another remarkable project came from the Soviet Union, the Lun-class Ekranoplan. Flying just a few meters above the sea, using the ground effect, it combined the speed of an aircraft with some of the characteristics of a ship. Armed with powerful anti-ship missiles, the Lun was unlike anything else in the world. However, its high operating costs and the collapse of the Soviet Union brought the program to an end. The United States also experimented with revolutionary ideas. One example was the Lockheed XF-Phoebe, an experimental aircraft designed to take off and land vertically while standing on its tail. The concept promised incredible flexibility, allowing aircraft to operate without traditional runways. Unfortunately, landing proved extremely difficult, and the project was eventually canceled. Another legendary aircraft was the Hughes H-4 Hercules, better known as the Spruce Goose. It remains one of the largest flying boats ever built. Designed to transport troops and equipment across the Atlantic, it represented an ambitious engineering achievement. Despite its enormous size, the aircraft completed only one brief flight before the project was abandoned. Britain also explored unusual aviation concepts with the Saunders Roe SR.A/1, a jet-powered flying boat intended to operate from open water. As aircraft carriers became more capable, the need for such aircraft disappeared. Perhaps one of the most extraordinary experiments was the American Convair NB-36H. It became the only aircraft ever to fly with an operating nuclear reactor on board. The reactor did not power the engines. Instead, engineers wanted to determine whether a nuclear-powered aircraft was technically possible. Although the tests were successful, protecting the crew from radiation proved far too difficult. The project was eventually canceled. Most of these incredible machines never entered military service. Some remained blueprints, while others flew only a handful of times before disappearing into history. Yet, their legacy lives on. The technologies developed for these ambitious experiments influenced modern aircraft, ships, armored vehicles, and military engineering around the world. Sometimes the strangest ideas never win wars, but they help shape the future.